What up? I'm gonna try to keep it real basic on today's IGTV video. Just some fitness basics. A lot of fitness basics that aren't, explained or broken down or understood. I believe in my clients explaining or knowing, me explaining to my clients what they're doing and why they're doing it. If you know why you're doing something, then you're more apt to, adapt to the process, as hard or as strenuous as it may be. With that being said, in my opinion, there is no such thing as cardio curves when it comes to women training, unless you're doing sprints outside. Sprints on the inside, they're cool. They get the job done to a certain extent. But when you're sprinting on a treadmill, you are keeping up with the belt. Your attempt in resistance is keeping up with the belt. When you're sprinting outside, you are actually pulling your body weight, pulling and pushing your body weight. Therefore, there is some sort of muscular development going on, which gets to my next point as far as cardio curves. We'll call it cardio curves. In order to get your curves on, you got to get that ass over there and hit those weights. Bottom line, there's no way around it. You see people go to the gym all the time. Well, I see people go to the gym all the time, hit mounds of cardio, back to back to back to back to back. They may initially lose the first several pounds of weight or whatever, but they will plateau, or they will get skinny fat, which means they look in the mirror, see the same individual, but they see a couple of pounds move on the scale. They're not pleased with their results. You have got to get over there and hit those weights. Women will not get a man build unless you're on extra help, extra outside help. Testosterone. You have to embrace your genetics. If you naturally have broad shoulders, that's your genetics. You naturally have bigger legs, that's your genetics. Get over it and embrace it. Because the weird thing about that is that you'll get compliments on the things that you don't really like to embrace. Somebody might compliment you on your legs and you hate your legs. Like, I want to get rid of these legs. Next thing you know, there's somebody who, admires them and says, hey, I wish I had your legs, while you're sitting there beating yourself down. So embrace your gifts, your individual gifts, whatever it is where you carry more muscle or more strength. Embrace that. But you have to hit those weights if you want those curves. My preferred ratio as far as weights to cardio is 70-30, which means 70% of the time you're over there hitting those weights, hitting that iron. You want curves, you want muscle, fellas, you want muscle, you want your muscle, your lean muscle to show. You got to get over there and hit those weights. And I'm not talking about just high rep weights, 15, 20. You've got to get in those trenches sometimes and hit those heavy weights, the 8 to 10 reps, the 10 to 12 reps. Sometimes you got to get deep in those trenches and hit those 6 reps. You've got to keep that muscle to a point where it does not get just adept to doing the same performance over and over and over and over again. Always switch it up. You won't get the steroid big situation without steroids. You won't get the man build situation, ladies, without the help. Don't be afraid of those weights. And the thing that's going to make everything work perfectly as you want it to is that red river of DNA that flows through your system. Yeah, that bloodstream, that fuel. You have to fuel yourself properly. Like I've said before, a lot of you put better grades of gas in your car than you do fuel in your body. And that red river through your system, going through your bloodstream, is the most important fuel that you could freaking find on the planet. You've got to fuel yourself correctly. This entire system, from development in your muscles, is all about blood flow. All about blood flow. So if you've got garbage in your system circulating to your working muscles, because that's what's going on when your muscles are pumped up, that's nothing but more blood, extra blood. Your heart is actually pumping oxygenated blood to your working muscles. So if you've got that oxygenated blood coming through with a whole bunch of shit in your system, then guess what? Your body's going to use shit to try to build muscle. It doesn't make any sense. Now, does it? That's also why you actually, you know, have more of a cardiovascular effect when you're working your legs. A lot of people don't like to train those legs. And my principle, as far as you wanting to burn more body fat and things of that nature, is to train those legs twice a week. They demand more of your body. Your heart pumps harder to get that oxygenated blood to those big ass muscles below your waist. It's simple science, but like I said, it's not explained a lot. It's not understood, and that's why it's avoided. If it's not understood, then people are not going to embrace it. Embrace training those legs twice a week, Monday and Thursday. That'll give it enough app time in between to go ahead and be fresh for the next leg workout. They might still be a little sore. Oh well, get over it. Get used to the discomfort. But yes, I know I went all over the place with these fitness basics, or whatever the case is. Hopefully you got something from it. Hopefully you got some understanding. If you have any questions, things of that nature, hit me up. I'll shoot a video on it. And yeah, I'll keep these IGTVs going for you.